Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov. As you can see, the beautiful tent is all set up for tonight's joyous festive Lag BaOmer celebration at 6:30 tonight. And the barbecue team is already barbecuing. Why do we have barbecues on Lag BaOmer? You know, just 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, we were on an Israel trip with 35 members of our synagogue. And on Israel's Independence Day, fires broke out near Jerusalem. It was actually a terrorist attack. It was arson. A Palestinian set the forest on fires. And the flames were so large that they had to shut down a lot of the routes going to and from Jerusalem. The situation was so serious that they had to cancel all Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israel's Independence Day celebrations. Even the main event was canceled. Thank God, after a few days, Israeli firefighters put out the flames. But tonight in Israel, there will be flames all over Israel, but not flames that will consume and destroy, but flames that will represent the light and the warmth of Lag BaOmer. Because the way we celebrate Lag BaOmer is with bonfires, and that's why we're having a barbecue, because anything to do with fire is what we do on Lag BaOmer. What's the connection between fire and Lag BaOmer? So it's interesting to note that when we count the Omer, and last night was the 32nd night of the Omer, and tonight will be the 33rd night of the Omer, we always say tonight is such and such number, la Omer, to the Omer. But tonight, everyone says ba Omer, in the Omer. And the question is, why not say lag le Omer, of the Omer, to the Omer? Why in the Omer? And the answer is because the gematria, the numerical value of Lag BaOmer, when Omer is spelt without a vav, using the vowel of cholam, is the same number as the numerical value of Moshe, which is 345. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the great rabbi we celebrate, who passed away on Lag BaOmer, he was a reincarnation of the soul of Moses, Moshe Rabbeinu. And that's why this Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, has special prominence in Judaism, and everyone in every community around the world tonight celebrates his Yahrzeit. Why? Because he revealed the secret dimension of the Torah. Moshe Rabbeinu gave us the Torah. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai revealed the Kabbalistic Zohar, the Chassidut, the deeper dimension and spiritual side of the Torah. And therefore we light bonfires, because Torah is compared to a fire. And the inner dimension of Torah, which is Kabbalah and Zohar, is the essence, the soul, the flame of Judaism. And just like the fires a week and a half ago were destructive, but tonight's fires represent light and warmth, so too what it's teaching us is that we all have the ability to either be a flame that consumes or a flame that enlightens and spreads warmth and love. And that's what Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Moshe Rabbeinu and Rabbi Akiva, who is the teacher of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, all represent. As Rabbi Akiva said, love your neighbor as yourself. This is the most fundamental principle in the Torah. And Moshe Rabbeinu stood up and defended every single Jew, even those who worshiped the golden calf. And that's what Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai did. He was a man who taught that we have to seek the merit for every single human being. We have to be lovers, generating warmth and kindness, and embracing our fellow man. And that's what the flames of Lag BaOmer tonight represent. There's a great rabbi in New York. His name was Rabbi Elazar Geltzeler. And after he passed away, his daughter was cleaning up his apartment. And one day she was driving on the New Jersey Turnpike. She pulled into a gas station to get gas. And she was transporting items from her father's home. And she had a large picture of her father on her dashboard, on the window. And when she pulled him for gas, there was this small man, a midget, who came to pump gas. As he was pumping the gas, he started to wash her windows, leaning over. And he sees the picture of this rabbi. He knocks on the window. She opens the window and he says, "Do you know that man?" And she says, "Yes, that's my father." And he says, "Well, how is he?" And she says, "Why? Do you know him?" And she says, "Yes." He says, "Yes. Whenever he would pull into the gas station to buy gas, he would always get out of his car and talk to me. You see, most people, when they see me, because I'm a small person, they turn their eyes away, they don't want to stare, and they barely talk to me. But he would come out and greet me and say, "Hi Tony, how you doing?" And he was always so warm and kind to me. And he once said to me, "I got to tell you, you could be angry and bitter that you're a small person. You could be depressed. You could stay in bed under your covers all day and not want to get out of bed. And nobody could blame you. But yet you get up every morning with a smile. You come to work. You take care of your customers. And you go about life with joy. And I really admire you and respect you for that. And when I go to my school, I'm going to tell my students about you and say that they should learn from you and how you embrace life every day with love and happiness despite your challenges." And I would always look forward to his visits because he always treated me with so much kindness. "How is he? I haven't seen him in 2 years." And Mrs. Geltzel says to this man, "I'm so sorry to tell you this, but unfortunately he passed away, and that's why you haven't seen him." And this is the message of Lag BaOmer. Treat every person with respect, with dignity, with kindness, with love. That was the legacy of Moshe Rabbeinu, and as revealed by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, who learned it from his teacher on Rabbi Akiva, on the holiday of Lag BaOmer. Come join us tonight. Let's light the fire, not just of bonfires, but the fire of our soul, with warmth, with passion. Never use our fire, our inner passion, to criticize or reject others or show empathy, enmity towards one another, but rather only to show tolerance, respect, empathy, and embrace every single person with warmth and love. Have a wonderful day.